And you know what that means. It is another Mama Monday where we take on the battles of parenting. We've got Sarah, Diane, and our very own executive producer, Risa Frisky. It's so good to have everyone here, especially you, Risa. Welcome to the Mama panel.
Thank you. It's very good to be here. I'm always on the other side of the camera. It's good to be on this
That's
side.
right. Well, it's good to have you here. And Risa knows that for weeks I have been stressing hard over my daughter Ava because she's about to have a quinceañera. And it started as her in the backseat going, I've always wanted a quinceañera, it's my dream, to now full-blown 200 plus guests.
Mini wedding.
Yes. And it seems like the older they get, the more expensive they get. And for you two who have older kiddos, is that true?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, when do you give your kids, like, when do you start giving them bills? Of course I won't now because they're in college, like right now. But I'm like, what age are you like, okay, here's your phone. Here's your
Oh.
Like you pay for it?
Oh, my father and mother, when we grew up and we were in college, if, they bought the car for us, a junk car, but it was our responsibility to pay the insurance, to pay our gas, to get the oil change, pay for our books, pay for our phones. We were responsible once they handed those things over for those things.
Wow.
Which meant that I worked all through.
You had to work,
I worked all through college.
I started working at a very young age, too.
Okay, question though. Do you feel like it helped you or hurt you?
Helped me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Helped me. Without a doubt. I was more focused. I focused on the right things in college because I had to be balanced with my time.
Yeah, I could see how it would help you because, I'll be honest, there's times when I look at my 15-year-old and I go, what are you going to do when you are on your own?
When college is done, you're done.
Yeah. You go out into the world and you need to, do something with your life, yeah.
I don't know. I know we're talking about
Yeah,
finances.
yeah.
College is it is a bill for me right now, but like I don't.
If you're paying for college, why can't they pay for their phone?
Because they're in college.
Because Mama Bear is not going to put them through that kind of stress.
Do they have an allowance? Like, what do they do for spending money?
No, they both have like little part-time jobs.
Okay.
And we discussed what they spend their money on, and they spend their money on but I take care of the bills. I'm like, as long as you're in college and doing what I need you to do, like, I'll take care of you. But I feel like it will translate. Like, once they're out of college and they're working, now they're right the same amount of time they're putting into college, they'll put into their job, and they'll be able to afford their life.
That's a good, I get that. But I do. That makes sense.
I love that for you.
No.
I love that for you.
No, I totally understand that, and that makes sense. If you're putting your time into work, you're going to be compensated for your work. You're not compensated for being at college. That does make sense. It does.
And
I wish my parents had helped a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, Dave and Carol.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Took a little turn. It's okay.
Risa.
Well,
Because you talk about your daughter all the time.
Oh my gosh. And now she just got engaged. So
Your mother?
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter.
Wedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's got the quinceañera, and I'm like, my wedding budget's much less than the quince budget.
Really?
Shut up.
Yeah.
No,
But she's got people pitching in.
I've got
She's covered.
brothers, and she's the first grandchild. And everybody's kind of pitching in, but still,
It's nuts.
Okay,
And my
what is
daughter
the
rides
price
horses.
tag
Yeah,
on
like, are we talking under 5K?
No, gosh, no.
What? Okay. Ooh. So what is
A lot more than
It's got to be more than that
wish.
because if my wedding cost $5,000, I would judge you.
No.
But how much?
we're talking.
No, I'm talking about less than 5K for the quinceañera, not the
No.
wedding.
She said it's more than the
Yes,
wedding.
The
quinceañera.
quinceañera is going to be around 25K
What?
after it's all said and done. Oh, it started with 5K, and then it's jumped to about 25.
But it's a big deal. Like,
No, I'm not.
And
I
it's
think
a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
It's wonderful if
and
you
you
can
got
do it.
200 guests. That's a lot.
200 guests, but once the family got involved, they're like, we're going to go all out with this and this and this.
Yeah.
Like, it's personal for them.
Sure, I think that's great.
Because they want it to be nice and big. And again, she's the first grandchild and one of two girls in the entire family. So they're going all out. But I'm in the middle going, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm stressed. I've been stressed as we're getting closer and closer. Little things are popping up, and I'm just like, oh, this is too much. Like, no.
Yeah.
25,000 is crazy.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
But
I respect it. I would do it.
I mean, I think the cultural piece is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't see that. But, you know, she's mainstream public school. I think it's awesome that she's not letting that part go.
Yeah.
Right. No, and we do love that, and I
Yeah.
love that she really wants to have the quinceañera, and it all goes back to how I grew up, and
Yeah.
it's a tradition in Mexican families, and that's why my parents and brothers and everybody is going all out.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean,
stressful.
here's the thing. You think about moms right now who have kids and they're watching and they have their kids in hockey this afternoon. And
Yeah.
they're like, that's $25K a year just for the
equipment.
sport.
Okay.
Just for if they've got dance or skating
Oh,
or
gosh,
whatever.
yeah.
All the
My daughter's an
extracurriculars.
equestrian, so we had the show horse and the show fees and the and what did I know about horses? I'm from Long Island. I was like, what? You want a horse? If they've got dance or skating or
gosh,
whatever.
yeah.
All the
My daughter's an
extracurriculars.
equestrian, so we had the show horse and the show fees and the and what did I know about horses? I'm from Long Island. I was like, what? You want a horse?
Yeah.
What? And the things you do for your kids because that's their only passion, that's their thing, and it's important and
Yeah.
and it keeps their attention focused on positive things. So you're like, okay, let's get you in that thing. But it's
Yeah.
it's expensive. It's so
it
many
is.
things.
It is, and there's zero judgment over here because I would do it myself. So there's no judgment. I mean, my daughter was like, "Well, I want to be a photographer," so we went out and bought her all the photography equipment, and then she hasn't picked up that camera.
Oh, well, that's another story.
You know what I'm saying?
Spend money on things they don't even pick up.
So
Yeah, I told my daughter, I told Sophia, I said, when you don't want to ride the horse anymore, it's not like a soccer ball. You can't put that in the closet. Like this is an animal. Like you have to.
And horses
you gotta
are
take care of this.
expensive.
And
Yeah.
I made her take the horse to college. I said, I'm not going to take care of this. I said, you got to take him with you. So she studied and took care of the horses, and she took the horse up to school there at CSU.
Oh,
respect
no.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, this is your thing now, so you own this
No,
thing.
I
and
mean-
you got to do it.
I'd go all in on anything they wanted to do. I'm like, okay, let's go big or go home.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on because I'm like getting anxiety. Okay, do the kid finances, when you've got all this money tied into kids, does that get in the way of dating, especially for the single moms, for us, like where you're almost tied
Yes.
to the kids, and then you're like, where am I in all this? And do all those expenses, Risa, because you've been married for a while,
31
does that
years.
ever cause issues between you and your husband? How much we
Yes.
spend
always
in the kids?
It has been since she's a baby. I mean, he's always been like, well, we shouldn't have to pay for all of these things, and I'm like, we're going to pay for those things.
Yeah.
Why does she need the stress?
Yeah, well,
I'm kidding. You know what I mean? But like, I'm sure that's like, does she need
Yeah.
another dress for real?
well,
Right?
Yeah,
No?
but his was more like, well, why should we buy her a car? Why should she should work for this, and my parents didn't pay for this for me. Why are we still paying for her phone? Why, so we get a lot of that, and it's been a constant battle. But now that we look back, my husband has said, and he said, I have to confess, I really do. I feel proud that we were able to pay for these things, even though they were hardships, for us.
At the
There were
time,
sacrifices made, but I can look back and say, I've put this child out into the world without, agonizing debt and these worries that come with some of those financial woes that young people are feeling now.
Yeah.
If you were to be serious with some dude.
Yeah, I've
with
been
some-
thinking about it
like,
though lately. Like,
that's
what would
gonna-
he say about how much I take care of my
Yeah.
There's
Because you gotta really
I would also
consider
be
that.
like, I mean, not your
Well, they're
problem.
your children, right? At that point, they're grown, and that's none of his business.
Well, what about you,
And I'm
Sarah?
grown and
There
make
we
my
go.
own money. So yeah, I'm gonna support them until they I
Until
know
they
I've raised capable, amazing humans that will figure it out one day.
You're dating, right?
No, I went on some dates in December, and
Okay.
I found it's very expensive. Here's why.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I need a new sweater. Oh, which you don't need. But then had a babysitter is $25 an hour.
Yeah, to go
Do you know
on
what I
the
mean?
date.
Oh my gosh,
And
$25 an hour?
Low
Yes.
hand.
Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
I have
really
2
what it
kids.
is?
Oh, yes.
I was making
Yeah.
like $250 when I
No.
was
And that's without
No.
tips.
and I still
No,
did dishes.
no. And so there's all that. Then there's the Uber, because if you're gonna have a glass of wine, I don't want to drive. Do you know what I mean? So it all adds up. And then, but here's where I've gotten with. So you have a date, you think it went well, and then you don't hear from the person. The emotional, whatever goes on in my head, prevents me from doing good work the next day. Do you know what I mean? It's like not
Yes.
worth it.
Yes.
I'm like, this is so dumb. I feel like I'm a baby again, or not a baby, but like,
Yeah.
vulnerable. Okay.
do you know what I mean? Like vulnerable, and then I'm all in my head when I could be like focused on writing what I need to write that day. So it's like, it is
yeah.
counterproductive for me.
No, but I know the feeling. What
Do you
you're
know what I
saying
mean?
is, I put all this money into it, all this time for this. Now
For
it
this,
just left
well,
me
that was
feeling like this.
Right, and I spent, I don't know, let's say $400 over the course of 3 dates. That's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really sure that I like this person, that it's mutual. And that's hard, because you can't just tell on the first date. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Like, so dumb.
Well, I'm sure the sweater was amazing. You're gonna
looked
get,
good, girl.
You're gonna look great.
looked good.
You have to wear the sweater next time.
And wear the sweater.
we'll get some good use out of
Cashmere,
it.
it's a low neck.
Really
Yeah.
beautiful.
Ooh, low neck. Look at
Okay.
you.
He probably just was like, I can't afford her.
No, he can't.
His loss. His
His loss.
loss.
Absolutely.
His loss. Okay, well, for you guys out there, if you have any questions for us here on the Mama Panel, please reach out. Send us your questions, your suggestions, and you can always join the conversation.
Also, if you'd
Are you
like to
doing
do
that?
any matchmaking and you have any ideas for Diane and I, please send in your
Hey,
suggestions. I'm not kidding.
I'm gonna have to wrap this up. This is going rated R real
You
quick.
know, and
Well, I think that's a nice solicitation for Diane and I.
MyCoco at 9news.com. We'd love to hear from you.
I did.
Not something to say.
Oh boy. Well, we did finally have the famous quinceañera, and of course it went a little over the top. But it was so much fun, and Ava, of course, loved every single minute of it. Well, here are some pictures that I want to share with you guys of that magical night. There's Ava in her quinceañera dress. That was some of the decor that was in the ballroom. It was really dreamy, really like walking inside a dream. It just such a wonderful night. That was the dessert bar that I didn't even get to taste any of that by the end of the night. There's my family. The brothers are on the end. There's me in that hot pink dress, and she had a beautiful mask. That's father, Ryan, and the other little one. And then she did a really cool dance in the middle of her quinceañera, so it was wonderful.